No Bull. No Scotty, no Pippen, no Michael, no Jordan, no Bull. No Bull. No Bull. Only real shit in my town. Not if fake niggas ain't round. No Bull. No Bull. Yeah. No Bull.
Hi, this is Chuck Swirsky, and you're listening to No Bull AUK, Chicago Bulls podcast.
What's happening, people? Jimmy from UK Chicago Bulls back with another episode of No Bull. We didn't have one last week because I literally lost my voice. I could barely talk for about 4 days in the end, I think. I literally could not talk. So I didn't think you guys wanted to hear me screeching for 40 minutes or so. So I decided not to record one last week. My guest today, if you've probably seen it on socials or if you're watching on YouTube, you can see him there, sat there now, is the legend, absolute legend of the NBA UK community and all-round gentleman, top bloke, genuinely top bloke, Mr. Rob Farmer, aka Bobbie Buckets. How you doing, brother?
I'm all good, man. Pleasure to be on again.
Well, yeah, thanks for coming back, mate. For those of you that don't know, Rob was on last season. If you haven't listened to that or watched that, just go back and do it. I'm not going to tell you what happened. You've got to go back and listen. It was a brilliant episode. Rob is someone I actually call a good friend, which is weird because I only physically met him at the GG3x3 this year, the summer tournament. So, it's just weird because we speak quite a lot. So it's mad. But thanks for coming on, buddy. I really appreciate it, especially at short notice as well.
Always a pleasure, man. Been excited all day.
Me and you both. Always good to catch up. So, yeah, all good. How are you doing? You looking forward to the season?
Can't wait. Really can't wait. Pels are so deep this season.
It's actually here. It's coming.
I know.
It's happening.
Christmas. It's happening. It's this week.
It's crazy. If anyone's not watching or if anyone doesn't know, if you're watching, you will absolutely know. But if you're not and you're just listening to the podcast, Rob is a New Orleans Pelicans fan. He is rocking his colours today as well. In fact, I think last time you come on, you had a Bulls jersey on. So
I did. It was my debut.
You don't care anymore. You'll upset who you want to upset.
So I love the Bulls. Like you said, I've got a big soft spot for the Bulls. Like being a 90s fan like yourself, growing up in the 90s when the NBA. So I've always got a soft spot for the Bulls.
Yeah, hence why I love having you on, man. We're going to touch on the Pels because I think they're going to be a great team this year. Rob does as well, so we'll touch on that a bit later. I think the first place we'll probably touch, seems right with him being an ex-Pelicans player, is Lonzo Ball. Obviously, he had the meniscus tear January, I think it was, this year. It sucks. We've touched on all of that. He has now had surgery.
Yeah.
Which apparently it come out today, I think. LeVar Ball released a statement or he done an interview saying that the surgery was a success and they cleaned it all up and everything else. I think it come out a couple of days ago by somebody else as well, one of the Bulls insiders. But LeVar has confirmed that the surgery's gone well and he's got free movement again, which is awesome news. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of rehab on that. Rob's probably the perfect man to speak about this because he's gone through one surgery, that was a meniscus as well, right?
Meniscus and MCL, yeah.
Right, meniscus and ACL, right. So Rob's already been through one of them, had the surgery, got pretty much fully recovered, and sadly, well, you tell the story, Rob.
Yeah, so it was all good. I had the surgery in February. It was all good. Then I saw around when I saw you at the GG3x3, it was hurting again then. So I've had another MRI. The meniscus is torn again. So we're going to see the surgeon in November, and we're going to go through what the next step is. I think it's going to be a replacement, to be honest. They just take the meniscus out. But we'll see. I mean, like with Lonzo, like LeVar came out and said before Because I don't know if you saw Lonzo did that interview saying he can't run, jump, or go upstairs without pain.
That's right.
But they found what it was. I think it was like there's bits floating around his knee, just hitting on nerves. But they found the problem now, removed it. And like I said, he's got movement again. So fingers crossed he can come back.
Yeah, I mean, the crazy thing was he had all the scans because everyone was saying, well, why was this surgery not done before now, towards the end of last season?
Yeah.
He would have been ready for the start of the season, which I get is frustrating from a fan's point of view, but there's obviously a lot more to it. I know they said with the scans and stuff, there wasn't actually anything obvious coming back.
Yeah, he said Levar said the MRI didn't actually show anything. So they had to literally go in and see what was going on. They saw what the problem was. So fingers crossed, he'll be back.
I mean, from a Bulls fan's perspective, you know how much I love Lonzo since he come to the Bulls. Like I said to you on the last pod, I say it often, I had no idea how good the man was until he comes and you get to see a lot more of him. I stand by this. I think he is our most important player, not our best, our most important player for us to be successful. When I say successful, I mean improve from last season and go that extra step in the playoffs. For me, it's good news. Yeah, it sucks. He's going to be out for the start of the season, and we kind of don't really know when he's coming back. But the good news is they went in and they found what the issue was.
That's it. They've got the issue. The good thing about meniscus as well, it's not like an MCL or an ACL. No, it's not sort of like once they've done that, they're ever going to be the same. Once it's fixed properly, it's fixed. You know what I mean? It's one of those. So fingers crossed. Like Zion had meniscus tear as well.
Yes.
Among many other injuries. But once it's done, it's fingers crossed done. So, it's not one of those debilitating MCL or ACL. Hopefully, once this is healed and he's rehabbed it, then he'll be all good. Because like you said, he's such an important player. He's a floor general. It's his defense, his passing, his shooting's improved tenfold.
But he's a solid 3-point shooter now. One up there with one of our best, I would say.
Yeah.
I'm buzzing. I think it's fantastic news. Like I say, it sucks he's still going to be out, but at least they've found the problem. It's gone. Move on, and
it's encouraging. It's just a waiting game now.
100%. For me, we've all seen the recent reports from these so-called experts, Bleacher Reports and everyone else, of their predictions of the standings and stuff. And majority of them, I think, have Bulls outside the play-in. I think a lot of them have got Bulls at 11.
Yeah.
It'll be nice to speak to you about this because I am biased. I'm a Bulls fan. I think all of us deep down have got a little bias towards our own team.
Yeah.
I try to be a bit level-headed with it. I don't think I'm too over the top unless you've just recently seen my 60-second best video for NBA UK fans, which obviously was tongue-in-cheek. If you think I was serious about that, don't. I'm not crazy. I don't actually believe all of that stuff. It was just a bit of fun. I am quite level-headed, so it'd be interesting to see your opinion on where you think the Bulls will finish next season. Obviously, I know a lot of it does depend on Lonzo and stuff, but let's say, for argument's sake, he's back in, I don't know, say after All-Star break, just for argument's sake. Lonzo comes back after All-Star break. Where do you see the Bulls finishing?
I mean, the thing with the Bulls, they're slept on. They want to see. I know the East is stacked completely, but you look at the quality the Bulls have. Like, if Vooch has a good season, like DeMar, Levine, Lonzo, Ayo, they've got they've got a good squad. I mean, if they hit the ground running when Lonzo's back, especially, the Bulls make the playoffs. I want to come out and say it. The Bulls make playoffs. They're not going to finish out the play. They're going to make the playoffs.
Playoffs or play-in?
Playoffs. They're getting in the playoffs, not the play-in. The Bulls are good. Yeah, I think they'll get in. The Bulls. I think they'll surprise a lot of people.
Top eight.
Look how they were doing like before Lonzo got injured last season. The Bulls were on fire. They were playing great last season before Lonzo got injured. So I think, they're a slept-on team. I mean, the East is the West is stacked as well. But
do you think the Bulls could finish top 6?
I think they can finish in the top 6. They can. Look at the talent they've got.
Okay.
Kobe White as well.
For me, they're a 6 to 8 seed. That's where I've got them. I'm not ruling out.
I think they can make the playoffs. I think they can make the playoffs. The Bulls.
I love that. I absolutely.
When you've got Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, both on the same team. I mean, come on, that's some firepower there.
Yeah, it is, and I said it with Chuck a couple of weeks ago with Chuck Swirsky. If you haven't seen that episode again, go back and listen to it. I said to him, I think Zach takes another leap this year. I think he's got his health back, hopefully, fingers crossed, touch wood. And I think he's going to want to seriously prove a point. You know, DeMar was our best player last year, and for me, it wasn't even close. DeMar was our best player by an absolute mile. I think Zach will be out to try and prove a point. You know, he's the franchise player, and he's got the max deal he signed in the offseason. I think he's going to be out to prove a point. So, yeah, I hope he takes the extra leap because I'm counting on him doing so. Like you said about Vooch, I think Vooch, again, I'm a big Vooch stan. Most people probably know that. He's played really well in the preseason. Of course, it's preseason. You can't take read too much into that. But if he finds his Orlando Magic Vooch form, Zach takes another little step, even a leap. DeMar just continues. DeMar doesn't even have to get better. He was so good last year.
Yeah.
When he was in legit MVP conversation.
Oh, he was.
He was ever going to get there, but he was in the conversation of top 3, certainly before All-Star break. Obviously, we fell off a cliff after that, and that is what it is. But if DeMar can stay on that level, and I think he will, and I said, we've got Vooch back. We're missing Lonzo, of course we are. I think Io's been confirmed now as our starting point guard, which I think is absolutely the right decision. As much as I love Alex Caruso, I do think he's more impactful coming off the bench.
Yeah. He's 6 man. I mean, he's great. Again, he's like a bit Alonso, underrated defense.
Absolutely.
Caruso's defense is like unreal. And I think with Vooch, the key to him is consistency. I always see like he gets a lot of stick like on Twitter and things like that, but on his day, he's a brilliant centre. He reminds me a bit of Jonas Valanciunas.
Yeah,
he can go outside. I mean, the thing that gives you, if your centre can go and shoot threes, it frees up everything.
Yeah.
And when you've got like DeRozan and Levine as well, mid-range killers, it's like it makes another dimension. If he can find some consistency, then the Bulls can do very well.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like you say, Vooch has taken a lot of stick.
It's one of those players. It's just unjust. Do you know what I mean? If he scores 15, he gets 8 rebounds. Oh, Vooch had a terrible game. He didn't. He's just a scapegoat. He's one of those players, sadly, that just gets a lot of stick.
Yeah, I mean, I think some of it's fair. He didn't have the best season last year. His shooting was certainly nowhere near what you would expect from him. He didn't have the best year, but I predicted it in my Sky Sports piece as well that Vooch would get back to his old form.
Yeah.
This season, and hopefully knocking on the door for an All-Star, because that's where we want him to be.
Yeah.
There's no reason the Bulls can't have 3 All-Stars. The way Lamar was last year, if Zach continues and even gets better, he's a lock again. And there's no reason Vooch can't. If he can find his form, he's an All-Star. He's a multiple All-Star anyway, so why not again? I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Everyone knows it's difficult to get 3 All-Stars, but it's possible. It is possible.
Yeah, it's doable. Definitely.
I don't see all these experts. I don't get. Did they not learn anything from last year? Because they said the same last year, and up until All-Star break, we were up there top. I think we went into All-Star break second, thanks to I believe it was Miami Heat, which killed me because I had Dan Healy on my case about that going into All-Star break from Miami Heat UK. Shout out to Dan, actually. I believe he's packing as we speak.
I saw on Twitter, he was packing. He's got the Wade jersey as the grey already.
He is off to Miami for opening night, which is, of course, against the Bulls on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
So I normally would be extremely jealous, and of course I am jealous that he's going, but
You're going soon?
To Chicago in December, so I'm not as jealous as I perhaps would normally be on this occasion. But Dan, if you're listening, have an absolute awesome time, man. I hope your first game your first Heat game is a loss. I'm not even sorry about that. I hope the Bulls beat you. I hope it's a great game, but the Bulls win. And I don't apologise for that. But for your sake, I hope your record is better than the last couple of times you've been, and you can win a couple more after the Bulls game, not the Bulls game. But Dan, have an awesome time, man. Yes, I've completely gone off. I forgot where I was going with that. Dan Healy. Why were we talking about Dan? Miami Heat. Yes, they finished above the Bulls, or they went into a All-Star break above the Bulls in first. Which meant nothing, but it still hurt. It just hurt.
But still, you know what I mean? I say going into All-Star break, I said he was second in the East, And like, it's just a shame with the Bulls. Like the Lonzo injury, Caruso injury, and as a Pels fan, I know all about injuries. It's just
it sucked after that because we had such
Mm.
hope. Oh my God, the Bulls could actually finish or should probably finish as a home court team.
yeah,
Of course, they dropped off a cliff. We shouldn't have been too shocked because their record against the winning teams was shocking last season.
Mm.
That's something they have to improve this year.
Yeah.
They have to beat winning teams because I can't even remember what the record was now. It was well documented last year, but the record against them was so bad. And that is something that just has to change. Touching back on Caruso, although he'll become off the bench, I really believe he's going to be finishing the close games. I don't have any doubt in that.
Close games, he needs to be on the court. His defense, you need him on the court for close games.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So I've got the standings here from last year. Bulls obviously finished in 6. Heat topped it. It still hurts.
Yeah.
Just the stick that I was having with Dan. I just don't know about next year because so many teams have got better. What about the Cavs? What are the Cavs going to do?
Well, I've got Donovan Mitchell, man. It's like they were so good. Again, they're another team. They were so good. Like I think was it just after the All-Star break they kind of tailed off a bit.
They did, yeah.
But they're so good. I love Darius Garland, by the way. Yeah. He's one of my favourite players in the league to watch. Yeah, he's so good to watch. They could be dangerous, the Cavs. But it's funny because I don't know, this season, I think there'll be a few like surprises, like teams you wouldn't expect to be up. There will be. I can't see the Lakers doing much this year. Again.
No. Again, you can't read too much into preseason, but they've had a terrible preseason.
Yeah, awful. And I don't know, I think it tells a lot that when they're having that huddle the other night, Westbrook wasn't anywhere near it. He chose not to go in it, and he's tried to brush it off like, oh, I'm a team player. Like you can see the players' reactions. They're kind of looking over a bit like, well, what's going on, mate?
It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all. I see some very funny trade rumors about the Lakers were going to trade. I think it was Westbrook and a couple of picks to the Bulls for DeMar and Alex Caruso. Firstly, it's absolutely not happening. There is no way on earth that happens. Everyone was saying the guy that wrote it must have been a Lakers fan. I actually looked into him. He wasn't. He's a Golden State Warriors fan, funnily enough.
Oh, yeah.
It's obviously just crazy because there's no way the Bulls make that trade. But the irony about it is the Lakers could have had both of those players last year and this year. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. But good on Rob Pelinka. He got that one wrong, and they've given him. They gave him an extension recently, didn't they? I believe.
Yeah. Bizarre.
Crazy. Wouldn't like to be a Lakers fan right now. Touching back on the Cavs. Yes, the Cavs are going to be good. Are they going to improve? I don't know. They've lost Larry Markkinen, one of the greatest players of all time. Probably not. What are you laughing at?
You love Larry.
I don't know. There's so many good teams, man. You look at it now.
The East. I've got the Bucks, Miami, Cavs. Oh, yeah, it's
stacked.
Suck.
Did you see the Bucks preseason record? They suck.
Well, this is true. I know you have an ongoing rivalry with UK Bucks.
John from UK Bucks, they suck. By the way, go to Hal Grayson Allen. Go to Hal.
Oh, always.
Never forgive that man.
No.
There's so many good teams. What about? We've got to touch on them. I haven't got my boo button, so I'm going to have to do it. What about the Knicks? Boo!
I don't know with the Knicks. It's one of those. Have they strengthened much? No. I don't know. It's like the thing with Kemba. How Kemba's fallen off. It's really sad. Like how far Kemba Walker's fallen off.
Well, he's just been waived, has he not? From I forget where he was.
Yeah.
My mind's gone a complete blank. I don't think. No, I know it's only pre-season. Obi Toppin does look good. I actually liked that pick, on draft night. Was it 2 years ago? I like the New York kid as well. I do like that pick. Of course, they've got one of the greatest players to ever play the game, if you ask Knicks fans, Jalen Brunson.
I know. That's what I mean. Have they strengthened? Jalen Brunson?
Yeah, I'm not so
Come
sure. Julius Randle, of course, is still there. Fans' favourite, Julius Randle.
Yeah, everyone loves Julius. Yeah.
I can't believe he stayed. I do. I have to say, I like Mitchell Robinson. I'm going to say a couple of nice things about the Knicks.
Yeah.
I like Obi Toppin, and I would love Mitchell Robinson on the Bulls. I really would.
Mm.
But yeah, they're not finishing above the Bulls, are they?
No, I don't know. 'Cause it's, again, like Randall last season, what happened? He just couldn't shoot. Season before, brilliant, but
He got the
fell
bag.
off. I mean, he got RJ, love RJ. What a player he is. I think
He's
he can
improved.
really,
He's improved so much.
yeah, he
Very
can
quick.
really, really. I think he might have breakout season this season. He's one of my players picked to watch because I think he can have a breakout season.
Yeah, he has improved very quickly. To be fair, I've got to give them that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I've got while we're touching on those Knicks, boo. I got in touch with Martin from Knicks UK. We
Yeah.
made a bet last season on whoever finished above the other one. That person, the team who finished worse off with the worst record, had to go on the other person's, whether it be podcast or Instagram Live,
Yeah.
wearing the opposition's jersey. I touched on Martin, asked him if he's ordered one yet. He told me he hasn't, but he is going to, and he is going to come on the podcast. And I think we're looking at the week before I go to Chicago. So
Tune into that.
that should be a good episode. If the Knicks are above the Bulls in the standings at that stage, I may delay it.
Yes, sounds wise.
So yeah,
another guest this week, guys. Not scheduled.
I might just get you back on, Rob.
Yeah, I'll come back on. Always a pleasure.
So yeah, look out for that one because that one should be a lot of fun. I actually love Martin. He's a good guy. It's all love. But yeah, we have a lot of good banter. Okay, let's touch on your Pelicans because they look good, man.
I know the depth we've got now. I mean, you've even got people like Skip Bayless and Kendrick Perkins like eating their words and saying like the Pels look good. I was saying this on the other day. Like, is there a stronger like starting five? You've got Jonas, Zion, Bi, CJ, and Herb Jones. That's a big starting five. And then Dyson Daniels, the rookie, looks really good. You've got Trey Murphy on bench, Jose Alvarado, Larry Nance Jr. We've got depth for once, It's just the problem with us is I think, like you were saying about the Bulls last season, it's injuries. If Zion goes down again, if anything happened to Bi, then that's the problem. But if we stay healthy, it's exciting times. And Willie Green does such a good job.
CJ McCollum is very underrated, in my opinion.
Very, very. I mean, he's always playing in Dame's shadow. But I think you've got Bi, Zion, and CJ who can all easily average 20 plus points a game this season, all three of them. And it's Jonas Valanciunas can average, 20 and 10. So it's, I mean, offensively, we look real, real good. And defense-wise, you've got Herb Jones who's locked down, Jose Alvarado, sneaky steals, Grand Theft Alvarado. It's looking good. It's looking exciting times.
I think I speak for all NBA fans or all basketball fans when I say, please let Zion be healthy this season.
Yeah. I mean, last week when he turned his ankle, I was just like, please no. But it's just completely minor. He's absolutely fine. And he's doing full practice today, I believe. And then they should be ready for the first game against the Nets.
I hope so. I genuinely mean that. We want to see, nobody likes seeing players injured. And if you do, then you're just a scumbag because it's
I mean, especially Zion, because he's like a generational talent. He's
so much hype. And we've seen flashes of it as well.
Seen glimpses. I mean, like when he last played, obviously not last season, but he averaged 27 points a game.
Wow.
And you add that into, and he's only 22 years old.
He's
Everyone forgets that. He is, yeah. And I think it was against the Pistons in preseason. He was flattening people. It's just, for someone to have that frame, but that explosive, 40-odd inch vertical as well. It's, Jesus, scary concept.
Scary. He's just got to look after those knees, as you well know.
Yeah.
Also, fair play to him, man, because the amount of stick that he's taken for his weight and everything else. And there was a couple of games last season when he turned up, obviously in street clothes, and a couple of times he did look a bit bigger than he perhaps should.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
The man looks in shape right now.
He does. He's done so well. I mean, he's got a new trainer, and they've said he's in the best shape of his life. And he's the quickest. He's been he's jumping higher, and it's a scary prospect.
He doesn't.
He's done so well.
Think that man's overweight. You look at him and think that man is a beast.
Yeah, he's a
in
beast.
all the
Yeah,
right ways. In all the right ways.
he is. He's so. I mean, I feel so bad because the stick he was getting. I was saying to people, it's like, come on, you've got to realize this is a 22-year-old. You know, it's a young man. You know, he's getting all this stick, and he's in this. You know, in the spotlight, in the limelight. He's a franchise player, and you know, I think the way BI's emerged as well, that can take some of the heat off him. You've got CJ there too. So I think he's going to have a breakout season, just keeping him healthy. I don't know if they'll minute his limits, but I don't know. We'll have to see how many minutes he plays against Brooklyn, what goes on there.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, yeah, a fair play to him. He's turned it around. Yes, he was a bit. I mean, we also got to remember, it sucks for the fans, especially the Pels fans, that he's been out injured. So much hype. Put yourself in his shoes. As
Yeah,
a
that's
young
it.
man coming into the league with all this hype, a sneaker deal with Jordan
Yeah,
so early in his career, so much pressure on him. And to get those injuries, I mean, I was 30 when I got my knee injury and it stopped me playing football. I was playing a lot of football at the time. I
yeah.
found it really hard to take, like, I couldn't play football. It wasn't my career. I just did it for fun, a couple of times a week. This guy was 20
Yeah, 20.
years old. His
Yeah.
whole career ahead of him, where he's set to make multi-million, hundreds of millions of dollars
Yeah,
doing what he loves doing. And he's gone down with these injury after injury after injury. The man's going to slip into a bit of depression. I'm sorry, I don't care
yeah.
who you are.
He
Yes,
has. I mean, he's come out and he said the same thing, and he said in an interview the other week. He said the thing is, like, he said, I love the game of basketball. I love playing basketball, not being able to play. It's I mean, like you said, anyone who's had an injury loves sports, even if it's recreational. If you love a sport and you have an injury, it prevents you from playing it. It's horrible. It does bring you down.
It
It does,
absolutely
man.
sucks. And but for it to happen at that young age as well, when
Yeah, that young age and that level, like I said, the hype. You know,
the whole
soul
world was
destroyer.
watching him. The whole world after that draft, the whole world was watching him. So good on him, man. I legit. I hope he stays healthy and has a really. I hope he sucks when he plays the Bulls, but I hope other than that he has a really good season and shuts all the haters up because I
think
love
against
nothing.
Brooklyn, I think just give him the easy assignment, put him on Simmons, and he's got an easy night. You know.
You're playing Brooklyn, mate. You got no
Yeah.
worries. You got
Sorry,
no
Ellie. Sorry, Ellie.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Where did Brooklyn finish? Quick, let's touch on that.
Oh, I don't know. It depends if Kyrie wants to play or not.
I think
they're
he
one of these.
will.
Yeah, they're one of these infuriating teams. Brooklyn. They on paper they could win it all, but I don't know. Any team's got Kevin Durant on it, you know they can, and Kyrie Irving. I just want to see how Ben Simmons plays. I don't dislike Ben Simmons. He played at Louisiana State, so I've also got a little soft spot for him. But I don't know. If you've got a point guard who can't shoot a three, it's not good. When you've got centers now who shoot threes,
That's a
work
worry.
on it. Work on it. Lonzo transformed his shot, improved it over one summer. Ben Simmons has never once tried to improve his shot, and that's
That's exactly what I was just about to say. Lonzo's form was horrific. I mean, it was there with mine. I'm terrible, as you know. I can't play the game. Lonzo Ball's shot his form was horrible, and he changed it, like you said, over an off season.
Yeah, over one off season, that's unreal.
And become a very, very capable shooter, well above par. So if he can do it, why can't Simmons? I'm rooting for Simmons, you know.
I'd like him to have a good, you know what I mean? I'd love him to come out and hit one or two threes a game, you know, show that he's worked and, you know, put his head down.
I think people forget how good he was.
Yeah. I mean, because he was drafted, wasn't he? Like number one pick, but he missed the whole rookie season, didn't he?
Yes, with Philly.
Yeah.
With Philly, yeah.
Philly, yeah.
Yeah. I think people forget just how good he is. He's a phenomenal defender. He's shown that a little bit in the off season from what I've seen. I haven't watched a lot of it, but I think he's going to fit really well in this Nets team. And I think they could be very scary to face.
Yeah, them on a fast break, like Kyrie, KD, and Simmons on a fast break. That's, you know, because you got KD who's what? I know he denies he's 7 foot, but he's based 7 foot. Simmons, I think, is about 6'10", 6'11", isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's 6'10", I think.
Yeah, 6'10". So they've got a lot of length and like span on that. So and then you got Kyrie playing the point. It's
Mate, as much as I dislike Kyrie the I'm not even going to say
person.
Kyrie the person because I don't really know him as a person. He could be
Yeah.
the guy in the world, but this guy that he portrays, certainly online and when he's interviewed and stuff, I don't like all that. I think he draws in all the drama. I think he loves it. But the player, Kyrie the player, oh my God.
Oh, phenomenal. Yeah.
If you don't like Kyrie the player, you don't like basketball because
Kyrie's one of those players I could just watch highlights of him literally all day. The handle, like it's on a string.
yeah,
And the way he can like
got the
just
best handles in the NBA, and it's
yeah,
not
on the spot he can switch up what he's doing, and his layup package is just ridiculous. You know.
Yeah, he's scary. I think that Nets team's really scary, and
They are scary. But I thought that last year they were the lock to win it. It was them and the Lakers, wasn't it? Everyone thought last year. I think it'll be similar this year. I think there'll be a few surprise teams. I don't think the Warriors are going to be up there this year.
Do you not?
I don't know what. No, I'm not sure. I mean, I know they're sort of brushing under the table. What happened with Draymond and Jordan Poole, but that's going to have an effect on morale. And they've given Poole an extension, and then not Draymond yet.
Extension or compensation?
No, that's it. Yeah, if you got knocked out, here's a big packet. But Draymond not yet. So I don't know. I have to see. It's interesting to see how well, I've got Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. If Klay Thompson gets back in his rhythm again, then just those two alone. But Jordan Poole's great. I'm surprised he got rid of Gary Payton too. Junior. Surprised at that. Great defender. Unbelievable hops. Fan favourite. But yeah, there's a few interesting moves. And
what do you think about the Draymond non-suspension? Should we say?
I mean, it's all on Twitter and everything. A lot of people saying he should be gone. If that happened in the street, he'd be in jail. Again, you don't know what the precursor to that was. You don't know how long. We only saw a clip of them jawing and then pushing and then a punch. You don't know what's gone on. It might have been brewing for months. You don't know. But again, that's unacceptable practice to knock your teammate out. You can't do that.
It's not.
He should be punished. No, it's not good. And it's like I said, they could brush it on the table, but that's going to affect morale.
It makes me grateful that there wasn't the social media and videos everywhere when the likes of Michael Jordan were playing because
punching Kerr.
in here, that man did no wrong, and I'm happy with that. Steve Kerr, he hit Steve Kerr and maybe a few others, and apparently it happened quite often. I'm happy that didn't happen and him just be perfect. I'm fine with that.
Jordan's perfect. There won't be bad words said against Jordan.
Yes. I'm speaking to a fellow MJ lover, so I knew I was that. Elliot might say something different, but we won't get bogged down by that. I heard somewhere it kind of made sense. The reason he wasn't suspended is because opening night or their home opener, I'm not sure if they start at home, but certainly their home opener is obviously going to be the ring night. So if they suspended him, he wouldn't have got his ring for the last season. So I get it. It makes sense. It's not a great look. It's one of those situations where nobody can come out looking good from it.
No, they can't. I mean, the thing I appreciate is it's not a great look. It's a bad thing. But I always say this, so everyone makes mistakes. Show me someone who's perfect. I'll show you a liar.
Yeah.
He kind of made a mistake. He did come out and said, look, I've messed up as a human, as a teammate. It's bad. He's come out and apologised. And he's spoken to Jordan Poole and Jordan Poole's family and apologised. He took the right route coming out and doing that. But again, what will it do with the team morale?
I think because it's Draymond as well, everyone's already got their perceptions of Draymond. Had it been anyone else, I think maybe, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, they may come back stronger from it and be right up thereabouts again. We'll have to just wait and see.
I was going to touch on this as well. How good does D Rose look the off-season? Pre-season, he looks so good.
Don't.
I know. It's heartbreaking. No.
If he was doing it on any other team, I'd be so happy.
Exactly, yeah. But he looks so good in the preseason.
Yes, Martin. Yes, Martin. We are saying this. He's gonna love this if he listens to this. Someone's gonna tell him. And he's just gonna listen and just smiling the whole way. We're actually giving Knicks boo. We're giving Knicks praise.
A lot of plugs, aren't we? A lot of plugs and praise.
Good, man. No, this is not good. I'm still not sure whether I should make that bet again for next season. I don't think Martin wants to. He's not mentioned it, so maybe I'll just keep it quiet just in case.
Yeah.
But D Rose, man, he's obviously most people probably know that I'd never watched the Bulls during the D-Rose era, but I've seen enough to know how good he was, and obviously, you know how well loved he is by Bulls fans.
Yeah.
Everyone keeps talking about him ending his career with the Bulls, which would be awesome. But at the same time, oh man, it's so tough because you want it to be now because he's found another level of form again. And I'm not saying the form that he was when he won the MVP, but from where he was, 3 years ago, everyone had pretty much written him off. So to come back now is, again, I hope he smashes it this year. I hope the Knicks suck. I hope they have a terrible record. But I hope D-Rose smashes it, man. And
I think everyone does. He's just one of these players, D-Rose. He was that good. I mean, I watched him during his run. It was, it was unreal. I mean, because before explosive guys like Westbrook, etc., he had this 6'2", 6'3", 6'2" guard come in the league. Hit his head on the rim, and he was out of nowhere. And then the first injury, then the second one, just as he came back, it was heartbreaking. I mean, even if you don't support said team, to see any athlete go down like that in their prime and they're young, it's heartbreaking. But I'm so glad that the work he's put in, and I think he came out and said that he's feeling great, the best he's felt in years. He's got quickness back.
Yeah.
And it's just great to see. I just really want him to have a great season. If he got sixth man of the year, oh my God, that'd be brilliant.
That's Caruso's, man.
All day. Caruso or Jose Alvarado, I think. One of those.
You know what? I actually don't think it is Caruso's because I don't think his stat line is good enough for that award. I love him. I think he could easily get it. He could earn it.
Yeah.
But I don't think his stats will be good enough. That's not what Caruso's about. Going back to D-Rose, man, that injury is like, even though I wasn't watching then, every time I think about it now, I still get upset by it. I've seen it. I've seen the landing so many times. And it still makes me go, oh, to think what the Bulls fans were watching that live, what they were going through, because
I mean, the horrible thing, I know hindsight's a great thing, but I think when it happened, the Bulls are up by was it 10-15? And there was 2 minutes left. He shouldn't have been in the game. It's just such a shame.
Tips for you.
Tips
for you. But I mean, Joakim Noah, he still gets so angry about it now, talking about it, and sort of says if that didn't happen, they win the chip that year. He's in no doubt, absolutely no doubt at all. And maybe he's right. So what could have been?
Yeah.
It is what it is. Great to see him back doing D-Rose things. Shame it's for the Knicks. I'm not sure what the contract is. I don't know if the contract's up end of this season. If it's just another 1 year deal, is it? I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I have to check that out. I think it's end of this season, I think.
Yeah, I think he just signed a 1 year extension. I may have got that wrong. Don't hold me to that. If that's the case and he plays well this year, I would love to see him in Chicago next year. I would love that. I really would. We'll see. Time will tell. Right, we've got to touch on this. Hence, while I'm wearing, if you can't see, I'm wearing last year's City Edition jersey. I got the matching hat as well.
Same.
Awesome. Oh, you are too? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I see.
Honey, yours is the Pelicans, so we're not going to talk about that. The Bulls City Edition this coming season has leaked, allegedly. I'm pretty sure it's real. These sort of leaks.
I'm seeing it more and more now, so I think it is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's legit. The first two pictures that got leaked, they weren't very clear. It just looked like a white jersey with the maroon Chicago, not in the Chicago script, just in the standard Chicago, which is on the statement jersey, and with maroon trim and a trim down the side. There's maroon trim down the side, and I thought, okay, it's a little bit underwhelming. And then another picture got released, and you could see a bit more of the detail on the jersey.
Yeah.
This changed everything for me. The detailing in the jersey, I'm not actually sure what the meaning behind it is yet. That will all come out in due course. Something to do with Chicago, obviously, being the City Edition. But I really liked it. The only thing for me is the Chicago across it.
Yeah.
For it to be the Chicago script that's on the one, or just go Bulls. That's currently on the statement in the icon jersey.
I really like it. I think the maroon works. I like it. And like I said, I like the trim. And I'd like to see, like you said, a bit more sort of detail to see what the meaning is. But I quite like it. It's different. It's not different as in, well, it's a bit out there. But I really like it. I think it's a nice jersey.
Yeah,
Especially a lot of the league photos were of the Lonzo jersey as well. So that's always good.
looks good in number 2. Hopefully we'll get to see that.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
He's also got the Chicago flag down by the tag as well, where last season, I should say, had the 6 years where we won it. This one's got the Chicago flag, which is a great touch. I love absolutely love that. So yeah, it will be very interesting to find out the meaning behind it all. Obviously, the one that I'm wearing from last season has got all sorts of different meanings we won't get into.
Yeah.
Don't know, go and look them up. It's really, I find it quite fascinating how they pick them and what they go off and stuff. So yeah, be interesting when all that information comes out. I must admit, when I saw it first thing this morning, the first 2 pictures, I thought, oh God, I'll probably get it because I'm an idiot that buys all the new stuff.
Yeah, same.
Like it, but now I've seen the detail. I'm amazed.
Yeah.
I think it's fantastic. I think it's beautiful. I think it's a really nice.
I like it. I think it's going to be one of those jerseys. Once you've got it there in front of you, you'll be like, wow, you know.
Yeah.
Because I'm a sucker for the little details in jerseys. That's what I love. Like certain little touches in jerseys. I must say, shout out Rich Barrett. I don't know if you saw today the Celtics jersey. Is banging. That is banging. It's so good.
I saw it leaked towards the end of last week. I saw it leak again. The picture wasn't great, so it didn't really look brilliant. I think Sean from UK Bucks even put in the group something about who's put Celtics on a Bucks jersey or something because it's a darker green.
Yeah.
But they actually officially announced it today with the players wearing it, and it does look really nice.
I like the tribute to Bill Russell. They've got the 6 on the shorts, and then they've got the 11 diamonds sort of going around it. It's obviously 11 championships. I like that. Like I said, I like the detail, things like that.
It's a great touch. I think they were always going to do something to honour Bill Russell, and rightly so. I think it's amazing. Of course, being Celtics, I thought they would absolutely ruin it with the jersey design because, let's be honest, their releases have been pretty terrible. Even Boston fans have said so. Some of these City jerseys and everything else have been dreadful coming out of Boston. But this one it's really nice. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Like I say, because of Bill Russell. And
I really like it.
Yeah, I agree. It's a beautiful jersey. Beautiful jersey. Of course, all the jerseys this season we're going to have the number 6 patch on as well.
Yeah.
To honour Bill Russell, which again is a really nice touch. So hopefully, while I'm out in Chicago, I've actually contacted the Madhouse store to see if they're going to have the current jerseys with the
nice man
patches, and balls are now Motorola instead of Penny as well. Yeah, and I've been told they are going to have the patches. So hopefully, when I get out there, I'll be able to get my jersey with both.
Fingers crossed, man.
Motorola patch and a Bill Russell patch as well, which will be
that'd be dope. Special. Got to get it.
Yeah, 100%. And I'll probably.
When does he go? Like beginning of December or?
Yes, 6th of December. I fly out.
Ah, nice.
And I've got 9 nights.
Are you there for Are you there for 3 games? Is it 3 games you're there for?
3 games, and I've got to shout out the amazing people at Chicago Bulls. I'm not going to name them personally because they might not want me to.
Yeah.
But I'm getting very well looked after. So they've sorted out.
That's a great touch, man. That's real
game
good.
Tickets and stuff like that. They've been in touch. So yeah, man, I actually got the tickets through last Friday. I woke up to them Friday morning.
Oh man.
Emailed over.
What a feeling.
So, I didn't expect it. I genuinely didn't expect to get that from them. So the fact they've done it is amazing.
That's so good, man.
Yeah, the people there, man, honestly, they're just they are fantastic. So I'm not going to name them. They know who they are. They're probably not going to listen to this anyway. But if they do, they know who they are. But shout out to them.
I mean, it's just not just the NBA UK community, but just the NBA community as a whole. It's so good. I mean, when the playoffs last year, because they had the NOLA t-shirts on every seat in the King's Movie Centre, and it was like, you've got to fight and won't bow down, and NOLA on it. And so I just put on my Pels Twitter, sort of saying, "Oh, anyone at the game, if you can grab one, and I'll send you the postage money, whatever." And then 2 people were like, "No, don't send me postage. I'll do it for free." And I got 2 t-shirts, and one of them was signed by Bi and Garrett Temple.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so I've got that hung up in my daughter's room. I've got it hung up in
awesome,
room.
Man.
Yeah, and it's just they said, "No, don't worry about postage. We'll just do it for you." Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, That's really awesome. I've had quite a few
Yeah.
people from Chicago be in touch. They want to meet up for beers and stuff when I'm out there. So I'm going on my own, which is crazy. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm going out on my own, which is crazy. Can't believe my other half's letting me do it.
Yeah.
Shout out to her. She's an absolute diamond, to be fair. But yeah, it's madness. Some people think, "Why are you going on your own?" That's a bit weird, but for me, it's not. I'm
No, not at all.
going to do everything that I want to do. I've not got to worry about
That's
anyone
it.
else.
Yeah.
I've got lots of contacts over there. That I want to try and meet as many of the people that I've been in contact with running this account as I can, and have a drink or whatever. And yeah, meet up with them and
100%.
just have a good time. And I can't wait. I'm going to hopefully get to a Windy City Bulls game as well.
Oh, nice, man.
And also I want to get to a Chicago Blackhawks game. I know absolutely nothing about ice hockey, but I've had a really good night out, so I'm going to get for that as well. I was hoping to get to a Chicago Bears game for the NFL, but they're on a bye week that week, unfortunately. So I won't get there. But it's predominantly a Bulls trip anyway. So as long as
That's
those
it. The best time, man.
as long as those 3 Bulls games take place, and
Yeah.
I'm happy. I was flying out.
Jordan statue. You've got to have a picture by the Jordan statue, man.
Absolutely. I am going to try and vlog it as well. A couple of people have asked if I'm going to do a vlog. Not ever done one before, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm going to try and just get as much footage and stuff as possible. Not only just to show everyone, and also for my own memories, because it's kind of feels
of course. You want to log everything. I mean, times of being New Orleans, it's like you want to remember every single bit. It's such a
Yeah, I really can't
best
wait.
time, man.
I literally can't. Whenever I think about it, I just can't stop smiling. I still can't actually believe I'm going. I don't think I'll truly believe it until I get on the plane.
Yeah, when you touch down, you'll be like, oh.
Yeah, it's going to be so bizarre. I was originally going out on the 7th. For the first Bulls game, which is against the Wizards on the 7th. But I remember Elliot did that for his Brooklyn trip, and they moved the tip-off time earlier, which meant he missed the first game.
Yeah.
So for that reason, I ended up saying, right, I'm going to go a day earlier because I didn't want to take any risks with that. Plus, it gives me an extra night in Chicago, so why the hell not?
That's it, an extra night. Oh, the best time.
I am really pushing it coming back with my flight times and stuff, because I've got to go and get the kids the day I come back and stuff. So that's going to be a bit. It's going to be fine. If my flight's delayed too long, I might have to call in a couple of favors. We'll see. But yeah, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. And I had Chuck on a couple of weeks ago, and he wants to meet up when I'm out there and stuff. So
that's amazing, man.
Hopefully, I'll get to meet Chuck and Stacey King and Adam Amin and all of those guys. Man. Hopefully, a couple of players as well, because I'm going to get a blank jersey from the Madhouse store. I want to get as many players to sign it as possible. So fingers crossed I can make that happen. I've got a frame ready for it for when I get home, if I can do it, and it will go straight up there somewhere. Pride of place.
Nice, man.
I don't think my missus will let me put it in the front room, so I'll have to put it in here somewhere.
Just put it up and then see how she reacts when it's up.
I did that at the last house, and she was actually really good about it, but that was probably because it was my house, which she was kind of staying at occasionally. This house is our house. There's absolutely no chance that's going up in the front room.
No.
If I put that up in the front room, there's a good chance I'll come home from work and it'll be burnt or sold on eBay or something like that. So I'm going to play safe and just put it up in here or somewhere out the way. But yeah, I can't wait, man. I really can't wait. I think we've touched on everything, man. I don't want to keep you any longer. I'm conscious of your time and it's getting on a bit.
Man, honestly, I'm on a late shift tomorrow, so it's fine.
Don't want to keep you from your lovely other half anymore. Who I also met at the GG3X3, which was great to meet Heather as well.
She said to send her love. She's upstairs with Nola, but she said to send her love.
No, I hope she's doing well, mate. It's nice to finally meet. Well, you as well. That's weird. I felt like we met years ago. But...
That's on the same, man. Yeah. It's like
it's crazy. That goes to show you the NBA community, like you say, as a whole.
Exactly,
Hey, man, like Elliot from Hooping and Luton. I hadn't met him, and I texted him just before the GG3X3 and said, "I can't wait to meet you, man. It's gonna be." And he texted me back saying, "That's weird. Like, it hadn't even crossed my mind that we hadn't actually met because we've spoken so much and stuff." So, it's a beautiful thing to be a part of.
Yeah, it's a funny story from the 3X3 actually. So where me and Heather got there, sort of walked in, saw Ellie sat at the table. I'd never met him before. And I was like, "How come you're here? I thought you'd been in Paris." And he was like, "I was in Blackpool, you twat." And I was like, "Oh." I put the Blackpool towels off. I was like, "All right, only me."
Ellie's got a gift for you somewhere. We won't say what it is, but if you did that in the group, he would have released you a gift. But
Oh God, yeah.
There's something to do with
Yeah.
South Park, but we'll say no more on that.
Oh God, what's this? The Blackpool Tower.
The Blackpool Tower, Eiffel Tower, it's the same difference, right?
Similar. To be fair, it was his fault because he put on the caption, he's like, "Oh, in Paris." So me being a retard, just assumed it was in Paris. But
Yeah, that's Elliot's humour for you. I got to shout out Elliot because he got me, or he didn't get me. He made available for me to purchase after speaking to him at the GG3X3 the black with red pinstripes. I haven't got it here to hand. I know where it is, but I won't go and get it. But the Champion Authentic.
Oh man,
I've got the Mitchell and Ness Authentic, but there's something about
Yeah.
them Champion jerseys, man. They're just so.
they just hit different. They're the champions.
So I've got that. I've purchased that off Elliot Hooping and Luton. So I am so happy. And that, like I said to him, that one's 100% coming to Chicago with me. I've got 3 games and I've got 3 jerseys that I've got to pick out. And I honestly don't know what ones I'm going to go with. I'm very fortunate. I've got quite a lot of jerseys. So that black one that I got from the black with the red pinstripes is 100% coming for one of the games.
Yeah.
Excuse me. It may even be the first game because that's my favourite jersey of all time. But part of me wants to go with the old-fashioned original red balls, the standard iconic, the icon edition, but the Champion one, which I've also got.
Yeah.
Part of me wants to wear that because that's more, I don't know. It's a nice dilemma.
Just wear like 3 or 4, and then every quarter you can just take one off.
Just change it. Yeah, that's not a terrible idea. Not a terrible idea.
Might work.
I've got to take my suitcase half empty there though, so I can get loads of stuff to bring back.
Oh, of course, yeah. You'll be in the ball store straight away.
And I've got my massive Jordan, massive jacket because apparently it's going to be freezing. Everyone keeps telling me how cold it's going to be, so I'm not cut out for the cold. That does worry me a little bit, but I'm sure I'll cope. You'll
be good. The adrenaline will take over. You won't notice.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to get too much sleep, but I'm fine with that. There's plenty of time to sleep when I get back.
That's it.
But anyway, enough talking about my trip because I'm sure I'm going to bore everyone with that over the coming 7 weeks. Tomorrow I go. Wow, can't believe that. 7 weeks tomorrow. So I've got 7 weeks of boring everybody. So I do my best not to go on. Rob, thank you so much for coming on, man. I think
absolute pleasure, man.
I think we wanted to, like you said before we started recording, we could just go on and on all night. But
easy, yeah. When Heather said, "What are you talking about tonight?" I was like, "Anything." Me and Jimmy could talk all night, so it's fine.
It's not even scripted. This we don't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I should probably put more effort in and be a little bit more professional. And then for certain guests, of course, I will. But when you were coming on, I just thought, do you know what? We're going to touch on Lonzo. We're going to just touch on the season, and we'll just go with it. So, yeah. Brilliant, man. Thank you so much for joining.
Always a pleasure. Thank you for having me on, man.
No worries, guys. We'll be back. Next week's going to be difficult, but I'm planning on bringing a really special guest next week. Special for me next week. Whether I can pull it off or not, just watch this space. I don't want to give anything away, but next week, hopefully, I will drop a podcast. If I do next week, you might want to watch it because it's going to be so awesome for me personally, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. And then the following week, I'll be back with another guest. Not going to say too much just now on who that is. It's not fully confirmed yet, but it kind of is. So I'm not going to say too much about that. Hopefully we'll be back next week. If not, definitely the following. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Follow me on Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter already, just get involved. Come and get involved in whatever I post. I just want to be speaking to people. It's brilliant. Season starts this week. Wednesday. Can't wait. 12:30 is our first tip. Wednesday. It's Thursday morning. If you want to start being pedantic, we won't get into that. If you've been on Twitter, you know what I'm talking about. We won't go there. It's Wednesday night, okay? 12:30. If you look at it on the calendar, yes, it'll be Thursday. But if anyone's confused by that, I don't know what to tell you because it's Wednesday night is game day. We're going to go with that. We want Bulls to win. I'm sorry, Dan Healy. I hope your Miami trip is great, but the Bulls have got to win that opening game. Enjoy the week, guys. Enjoy the season starting. I am so excited. I'm so excited. Going to lose so much sleep over the next however many months, but who cares? Who cares? That's what we live for. So enjoy it, guys. I'm going on now. I'm a bit too excited. My emotions are getting the better of me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Stay safe. Enjoy the games this week. The season is starting. Go Bulls.